Imagine you're playing black once again. Your opponent starts off with the move pawn d4, hoping for some sort of queen's gambit, but you instead, after pawn d5 and pawn c4, you surprise your opponent and you move your pawn not to e6, which is something that white expects, but to e5, you counterattack. Now white will usually win this pawn, and now pawn to d4 creates some problems for white, because at least they can't develop their knight normally. This square is taken away. And white feels uncomfortable about that, because yeah, they're pawn up, but they can't develop their knight normally. In order to develop this bishop, they also have to move the pawn somehow. So they do play pawn e3 here quite frequently, hoping just to trade off this annoying pawn, and after that to finish their development comfortably and to enjoy an extra pawn. But now you play the bishop b4, as always, we're confusing your opponent and playing the moves which he does not expect. Now white covers bishop d2, again expecting you to trade bishops, but instead you once again play the move which was not expected, pawn takes e3. And again, it's a really fun trap. It's quite an old one, so some of your opponents will definitely be aware of it, but many aren't, because the following variations are quite tricky. Now your opponent notices that he can actually win a bishop for nothing, right? So they will. But now pawn takes f2, and at this point your opponent starts thinking hard, and he realizes that king takes f2 is actually not an option, because that will lose the protection of the queen and you will win it. So they play king to e2, hoping to at least maintain the guard of the queen. Now you have a rare opportunity to under-promote in a real practical game. You take here, promote to a knight, delivering this nasty check to the king. Therefore white counters it, but now here comes bishop g4, adding one more attack to all of the white's vulnerable exposed pieces, and you ultimately win the queen on the next move.